Shasu, Shasu, Shasu. I am Kanaya of the Shasu Experience, and welcome to episode 15 of Numerality, where sound meets symbols and consciousness finds clarity. I will provide the numerality for today, which will include the elemental energies, tarot, astrology, personal insights, and numerology. Now, today is Monday, ruled by the moon. The moon's job is to respond, to make a reply through emotions, to react, to undergo a change through emotions, to regulate, to control through rhythmic function. The moon governs institutions, mystery, instinct, cycles, the subconscious, and the emotions. This energy is connected to the sign of Cancer, which moves sensitively with an emotional response to outside influences and protectively with a defense against attack. This energy has an affinity to containers, home, nourishment, commerce, domestic affairs, and it will assume feelings that reflect a sense of moodiness. Now, today is Monday, January 27th, 2025. This moon is in Capricorn at around 13 degrees, and this is around 8:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the energy today is that of fire. I will share the fire element for today, which happens to be the fire that I'm referring to for this section. Now, with that said, some actions you could do to be in alignment with the energy today would be things like starting a journaling challenge, starting a rising routine, reflecting on self-improvement initiatives, yoga, meditation, and or jumpstarting a creative or artistic endeavor, and changing up any habit, action, or gesture that has overstayed its welcome. Now, yesterday's fire element, what was driving us was the 36-9, and that had to do with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands represents hard work, obstacles, intuition, invention, leadership, being task-oriented, being burdened with work, and experiencing performance punishment. This energy was connected to the sign of Sagittarius, and that was the third decan of Sagittarius, and that was the signature of the sun. The sun wants to integrate, to express, and to project. Now, yesterday we found ourselves gathering the loose ends of what we now must bring to a close. Our expanded lemonade stand must be handed off properly so that we can exit smoothly, ensuring that all the paperwork is signed, rolls are filled, desk and hand and heart are wiped clean and ready for the new adventure. Now, today, the fire element, what I was referring to earlier, what's driving us is the 37-1, and that has to do with the King of Cups. The King of Cups has to do with friendships, partnerships, love, and family, being emotionally strong, diplomatic, knowledgeable, likable, having highly developed social skills, being a protector, a mediator, having some sort of authority, and often leading a alternative lifestyle. This energy is connected to the first decan of Cancer, which is the moon, and the moon wants to respond, react, and to regulate. Now, before we get into this, I think back in episode 4, it was Thursday, January 16th, we had the Page of Wands, and that was represented by the 26-8. And that was where we started the actual lemonade stand. So the 37-1 is the King of Wands, and that is the progression from the apprentice to the boss. So now that the page has progressed, we find ourselves wanting more of our quest for something deeper, and finding another way to live out life. So today, Monday, January 27th, We are at the beginning of that deeper quest. And just think of the page as now the King of Cups. Just a tidbit about the suits. Now the cup suit, that has to do with our emotions. So that shows our emotions, our imagination, dreams, source, God, and also illusions, things that we cannot see. So with all of that said, today we find ourselves at the beginning of searching for something more, something that will connect us deeper to and beyond ourselves. You may be inclined to take up actions involving religious activities, science, research, occult, and philosophic matters. These doors are ways in which the 37-1 energy can connect deeper with itself. It's calm and philosophic, and is passionately moving forward with diving within. As the 37-1 begins to learn what it needs spiritually and emotionally, it in turn can understand what other people need as well. So again, now we're going to the water element. Be mindful that our feelings are going to be changeable, and our luck is changing for the better with the Wheel of Fortune energy for this month. And we're adapting to change, and we're moving up in the world, and we're really doing better than we think that we are. So just be mindful of that. Now, on to the earth element. What will support us in this day with this 37-1 energy? It is going to be the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups has to do with dreams fulfilled, imagination, experiencing emotional emptiness, escaping reality, daydreaming, changes, illusions, wishful thinking, and the internet. This energy is connected to the third decan of Scorpio, and the moon wants to respond. It wants to react, and it wants to regulate emotionally. And in this case, I know we had the Seven of Cups yesterday. However, in this case, the Seven of Cups is about the deeper ideas that we have for ourselves, or at least it is asking us to open ourselves up to see the opportunities for us to gain the experiences that we're looking for, to understand who we are emotionally and spiritually. And understanding what we choose to put our energy into, that's what we are choosing to invest our invest in, how it is that we choose to experience life, or this expanded sense of self, or learn who it is that we are through our experiences. What we choose to invest our energy into will help us to learn more about ourselves, as above and so below. So the one thing I am understanding about what it is that we need today is that vulnerability and the acknowledgement of knowing that we do not know can help with curbing the uncomfortability of not knowing where we are. Like, yes, we want to feel confident in our emotional waters and knowing which direction to go. Honestly, with the Seven of Cups, it could also show us where we are escaping reality and not really putting our best effort into trying to understand ourselves. The idea is to find a sense of grounding, and that comes with the studying, and that will kind of help us to bring our ideas into a more into a concept that we can better understand. But whatever we choose to invest our energy into, we will activate tools to assist us in learning more about ourselves. Now, the air element for today, what we are, the impression that we are giving in the conscious realm of others, and that has to do with the Eight of Swords, and that has to do with restriction, responsibility, confused on what to do, afraid of making the wrong decision, having an impasse, not trusting yourself, overthinking, lack of direction. This energy is connected to the first decan of Gemini, and Mars wants to communicate, it wants to concentrate, and it wants to transmit. So this is what I was kind of talking about earlier. To others, we could come off as if we are confused, or we're lacking some sort of responsibility. We are unsure of ourselves, and we're unwilling to be vulnerable in this new state of awareness. So it may seem like we are restricted or bound, especially in our mind or in our thoughts, or even in how we are doing a thing, because we may be so fixed on our ideas that we're not seeing the opportunities that are available around us at this time. So therefore, it may leave us slightly quarrelsome with others, and even ourselves, because we'll find ourselves in tension and in conflict. So be mindful of that energy. And again, what will help to ground that energy that we have of not knowing is accepting that we do not know, and allow ourselves to experience what we left one situation for, to experience a new thing, and to allow those new things to occur within our experience. And we're supposed to, the point is to welcome them and grow through the emotional turbulence or the uncomfortableness of experiencing something new. So just be mindful. That is what will help you, is to acknowledge that fact, and to acknowledge what we're putting our energy into, that could help alleviate the discomfort or add to it. And being gentle with ourselves can also help us be gentle with other people who are going through a similar thing. Now, the energy that is compatible with the number 1 is going to be the number 4, which has to do with foundation, organization, structure, and work. The number 8, it has to do with personal achievement, recognition, power, and success. And the number 1 is going to be compatible with itself. It has to do with independence, new opportunities, planting seeds, and new beginnings. Also, the zodiac signs that are, excuse me, that are compatible with this energy are Aquarius, Aries, and Leo. Now on to the astrology. So again, the moon is in Capricorn around 13 degrees. This is Eastern Standard Time around 8:33. Now, the sun is around 7 degrees in Aquarius, giving it a Uranus and Saturn signature. The Aquarian energy is that of knowing, and will operate in a manner that reflects idealism, progressiveness, brotherhood, and reformation. The Aquarius has an affinity with clubs, societies, eccentricity, humanitarianism, aerial manners, the inventor, theory, and civil service. Aquarius is connected to the planet Uranus, which wants to deviate from the norm. It wants to create or originate something that is different, and it wants to convert something without destroying it. Uranus has an affinity to originality, independence, eccentricity, inventors, aerial matters, and unusual people, places, and things. Now, the moon currently, excuse me, is in the waning crescent phase. It's just a phase. It's a phase of the moon where for rest and regeneration. It's a period of reconnection and solitude. The new moon is Wednesday, and that will represent the planting of a new seed. So we'll talk about that closer to Wednesday. So the planet Mercury today is also going to enter the sign of Aquarius. Now, what does that all mean? Okay. Well, Mercury wants to communicate, concentrate, and transmit, while Aquarius the Aquarius attitude is that of knowing and will operate in a manner that reflects idealism, progressiveness, brotherhood, and reformation. Aquarius is also a fixed sign, and that refers to the position in the season that it's in. Capricorn season being a cardinal sign, that started the season, right? Now we are becoming fixed or settled in our position in that season. Okay, now Mercury in Aquarius, this is a good time for group efforts to begin. You may feel more creative, confident, and inspired when it comes to exploring new ideas and expressing them. The Aquarius is also an air sign, so there may be a lot of thinking or mental pressure, restriction, or aloofness going on too. We will be able to think outside the box and think in a more progressive group manner. So I'm really excited for this energy. Now, let's go on to the moon transits. Now, the moon in Capricorn will be around 16 degrees, will trine Saturn in Pisces around 3:32 p.m. And that could mean the deepening of some emotional bonds, and that could promote some stability and depth in your relationships today. So the moon in Capricorn will also be opposite Mars in Cancer, that is retrograde, around 11:52 p.m. Again, Eastern Standard Time. Now, this energy could create some tension between emotional needs and assertive action, conflict between emotional security and nurturing, and the need for achievement and success. So be mindful of this energy tonight and going into tomorrow. Now, the astrology for today is pretty short, but we're still having the Venus sextile Uranus transit. So it's more about us happily embracing what is new, unusual, and out of the ordinary with regards to emotional and romantic involvements. We may be ready to experiment, but not ready to commit. Just thinking about experimenting with things. It also invites us to be spontaneous when it comes to all types, when it comes to our relationships, the relationships in our lives, and maybe our finances too. Um, um, this energy is here for us to also embrace new experiences with an open heart and allow our connections to grow in unexpected ways. Surprises can bring you joy if you stay adaptable and curious. So I hope all of this was helpful. I thank us for listening. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Feel free to email me. I will leave it in the description box. Until the next experience, be well and enjoy. Peace.